And I'm live. Hey, this is Sean, Federal Prison Talk. And I haven't done a video probably at least 2 weeks. I haven't been missing in action, guys. A few things happened. I had COVID the first week or so. I think I had it for 8 or 9 or 10 days and had it pretty bad. And I got my boosters and I got my vaccines and still got it. And it's not the first time I had it. It's actually the third time I had it. The second time I had it was nothing. It was gone in 3 days. I didn't even feel it, but I tested for it. And this time it was pretty hard. And then I got this new girl I've been seeing, dating, and she died a few days. She died last week. And yeah, so that's kind of hard to take. I've only seen her a few months, but anyways, so that happened. And my big deal is in what is it? I want to say about 84 hours. I don't know. I get off paper. I'm off probation. 3 years federal probation. And it's been a long journey. So Thursday is the date, the 22nd. And I guess that's at 12:01, because that's what I'm counting. 12:01, midnight, a minute after midnight. So at midnight tonight, it'll be 72 hours to go. Whatever that math is. That's what I said. 84 hours, maybe less than that. So it's been a journey for me, guys. Been a journey. I got to tell you, my house got raided in 2011. It's going to be 2023 here. So it's like 12 years. So it got raided, and from that point on, I hadn't been indicted yet. That took another year. But for that year, I was told, not to leave the country, not to leave the city, not to move, that I'd be hearing from them, and I'd be hearing from them. And at the time, I had $5 grand on a lawyer. And that's all the money I could ever afford, because they froze all my bank accounts. They took everything from me. And that lawyer, I was trying to slide the card through. I had a couple bank accounts because I was doing fraud. So I had business bank accounts, and none of the cards were working. The last one did. And I almost wish it didn't, because I could have sure used that $5,000 later. And also the lawyer did was get me to indictment. That's all she did. She wouldn't even take my phone calls. I remember because I started calling her every other day. Have you heard anything? She goes, look, you're not going to call me every day. You're not going to call me every week. You can call me once a month. And if I hear anything, I'll call you. Stop calling me. I just gave you $5 grand. To her, that's nothing. That's 5 minutes for her. That's a phone call or something. So these lawyers, guys, watch out. They don't want to talk to you until you give them some money, right? Because I went around trying to find a lawyer. Nobody would talk to me. They'll let you talk, but they won't give me any answers until you give them some money to hold. And then when you give them the money, they'll talk to you right then and there. Try to make some phone calls. Try to call them every day. Try to call them every week. And 10, 15, 20 grand. Some people pay 80 grand for these lawyers with these federal cases. And in the feds, guys, I'm going to tell you, nobody wins. The feds win. You don't win. They've got a 97% conviction rate. And if the 3% who do win those trials take it all the way and win, guess what? They're on their they're on their list. Okay, they're coming after you. Maybe a year or two. They're down the line. They're going to come after you. You own a business, watch out. They're going to find some. They always have extra charges that they didn't use against you, and they always have that ace in the hole. It's called conspiracy. And all they need is a suspicion, a reasonable doubt, hearsay, to take that to the grand jury. This grand jury, who is not a jury of your peers, like you think it's supposed to be. You don't get to pick the jury. You don't get to question the jury. You don't even never get to know who they are. You don't know when they meet. All I know is I found out after the fact. We had a grand jury and an indictment. You were indicted. Oh, gee, thanks for letting me come. Well, you couldn't have came. You're not invited. You don't get to face your accusers. So you're indicted and you're guilty, pretty much. Now they let you prove your innocence. I just don't. It's just not fair, guys. So it's been hell. Let me see if there's been anybody in the room. Yeah. Well, Zach was here, and I'm just kind of winging it, guys. I'm hoping somebody calls in. So I got the lines here. Let me see. Let me put up. I got the numbers up. I'm gonna put up the phone numbers, and I'm hoping somebody will call in, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Really. Here's the phone number, guys. So please call in the show, and let's talk. I don't really care what the topic is. It doesn't have to be prison, man. It really doesn't. my deal is though, I'm getting off this 3 years probation. So, in 2011, my house got raided. Like I said, a year later, I got indicted. 4 years of pretrial, guys. 4 years till I got sentenced. Finally got sentenced in 2017. And then they gave me 60 days to turn myself in, and I remember a week after I got sentenced, I called and said, can I just go in early? I don't really need the 2 months. I wanted to get it over with. They wouldn't let me. They said, well, you can get another court hearing. I didn't want to do all that. But so then I got sentenced to 52 months for wire fraud. I was doing false tax returns for pretty much a whole bunch of homeless guys. I got them a lot of money, and now I got to pay it back. So, and I broke the law. I talked them into lying on their tax form. Told them, all, just put down you make $12,000. I'll get you a whole bunch of credits. And these homeless guys, they were getting $4 or $5 grand each, going back 3 years on refunds, and I took my 20% and I broke the law, and never going to do it again. I learned my lesson the hard way. So it's been 12 years, guys. And I used to think, well, I'm only stealing from the government. Well, I'm still stealing. It's stealing is stealing. The Bible says that's Caesar's money. So you don't have a right to it. I don't have a right to it. I don't care if the government spends the money on things I don't agree with. I don't get to steal from them. It's not my right to steal from them. I don't like what the government's doing, run for office. Vote against the people you don't want in there. Problem is, most of the people that run this world, you don't get to vote for. People that run the country, that really run the country, we don't get to vote for. We have no say in that. So we're limited. But, run for office. And maybe you get up there. I don't know. But don't break the law. Don't steal. Because you know what? They're catching people now. Going to prison. I'm getting calls all the time from guys with the new one is the PPP scams, the unemployment scams, from the pandemic, all the I want to say stimulus money, we'll call it that, but all these checks that are supposedly you probably had texts on your phone or emails and stuff saying, they can get you this money, this third check, this fourth check. Owners of restaurants and all kinds of owners of businesses were claiming employees that weren't there anymore and getting money for the money for those employees, putting them down on the list, and lying left and right on these forums. And now they're all going to go to prison. They're coming after them. They're coming after them, guys. So that's a new one. So the pandemic, they let a lot of people out of prison early. A lot of people are halfway house, home confinements early. A lot of time. I just got a call. Was that this morning? Yeah. No, it was last night. So a guy I did time with, and he said he'd come on. I think he said he'd come on the show, but he was in Florence with me, and he got out 2 years early on the CARES Act. That CARES Act used to be hard to get, but during the pandemic, they let him out in the heat of that. And but it's coming to an end. So if you have people in prison, or you're facing prison, or you're still under indictment, or you're going on pretrial and stuff, you better hurry and get sentenced if you want to get the CARES Act or the compassionate release, because it's going to kind of go back to normal. But I got good news, though. I get calls and emails from all kinds of people in prison that I've talked to and helped before they went in, and they're telling me they are giving away lots of halfway house time, lots of home confinement time. I mean, lots of it, more than they ever have before. 2 years and stuff, home confinement, just go straight home. They're giving the earned time credits. They're finally doing their work and their job, and the case managers and everything are giving people all the credits that they could possibly earn. Just if they clean in the bathroom, they're calling it janitorial education courses. If you're washing dishes in the kitchen, it's culinary class. If you're out pulling weeds, it's landscaping. So they're even giving all the jobs that you have to do in prison. They're counting that, and a lot of people are getting out a lot early. So it's finally happening. They're giving out lesser sentences. I'm hearing from I got 3 people that have came on the show or commented on the show that got no time, but a couple of them got credit time served for being on home confinement with an ankle bracelet. That was 10 years ago when I was going through this. That was unheard of. Today it's happening, guys. So the feds are lightening up, but then they're going to fentanyl. Forget it. Fentanyl, you do not. So Audrey, she's got a channel called Fed Phoenix, but she's in Alderson prison right now. That's where Martha Stewart was, and we talk a lot on the phone or email, and so she should have been out already. She had 10 months coming of earned time credits for the First Step Act, and she was all set to leave. And I think she was supposed to be out in October. And they called her in, and they said, guess what? You don't get any earned time credits. She said, why? You have fentanyl charges. They've decided that fentanyl is not going to, anybody with a fentanyl charge is not going to qualify for the First Step Act. Don't ask me why. You could have pot, marijuana, cocaine, whatever it is, anything but fentanyl. Anything but fentanyl. So the guys with the crack and the meth and the cocaine and everything, as long as there was no fentanyl in it, better have the fentanyl-free drug out there, guys, because they don't like the fentanyl. So that's the new one now. Last decade, it was Oxycontins, it's something every decade. It's something every decade. Let's see. Anybody want to call in yet? Got 2 people in the room. Well, I got maybe a new story or 2 I might read for you. I just wanted to come on. If nobody's on here, that's fine. I just needed to break the ice, guys, and do a video. And if it's a 10-minute video, 5-minute video, that's fine. I just had to get out of my shell and break this ice. And I got some guests coming on this week that have been talking to me. And so they're coming on, and I won't tell you who they are because I want to make sure they come on. But some of them are facing time. Some of them have done time. And I got a few women that have promised me they'll be on the show, hopefully this week, who have done time in prison. And everybody try to get on the show is living a life where they will not go back to prison now. Hopefully. Because that's the goal. I don't want to have guys on the show that that guy's going back next week. I don't want to have somebody like that on the show. I don't want to know anybody like that. Definitely not me. I don't want to go back next week. I don't want to go back anytime soon. I've been getting calls I got a lot of buddies I did time with, and I keep in contact with them now. I don't know, maybe there's 9 or 10 of them. And man, they're calling me because, I got 3 days left on this federal probation, and they're worried about me. They're worried about me, like going off and getting into drugs or drinking or going on a binge or, and Christmas is right here. And so they're lecturing me, guys. They're lecturing me hard. They're really lecturing me hard. But I'm listening to them. I am listening to them. And then like this girlfriend I had just passed away, died. And so her, pretty sure her sister is saying, and people are saying, she got back on some drugs, and I knew she had the history and all that, and I was suspicious of her, and we actually were fighting for the last week or so because I thought she was back on some stuff. I think I was right, and apparently it was maybe the fentanyl. I don't know. Hospital hasn't released everything yet, but that's what we're thinking. So she had like a heart attack. There's another word for it, but it was basically a heart attack, and they got her to the hospital, but they couldn't revive her. And so I think that's what happened. And this fentanyl's killing I'm in Albuquerque, guys, and it's everywhere here. There's a drug, they call it the blues. There's these little blue pills, and then they have these colored ones like Skittles. They're pastel, like blue and green and pink and orange and all these different colors, and they come in bags of different mixed colors. And those are like $4 or $5 a piece. They're selling them in the high schools. They're all over this town. There's a place called the War Zone. It's the International Zone. It's a section of town of central Albuquerque, and there are literally zombies walking through there. I thought I lived in some bad neighborhoods in San Francisco, and the Tenderloin was that place, and that's still a bad neighborhood, very bad neighborhood. And there's zombies there, but not like here. This is like Walking Dead 2.0, man. Because I've driven through there, not on purpose, because I didn't really know Albuquerque, but I don't want to drive through there again. And in daytime, nighttime, these guys are out there just yelling and screaming and walking and there's just hundreds of them everywhere on the sidewalk, and homeless tents and everything. And the homeless tents and all that I've seen in San Francisco. There's still more homeless in San Francisco, but this war zone out here and these blues, I think they're $5 a piece too, and it's a $5 drug, and they're fighting over that, man. There was a guy trying to sell me a tablet and a cell phone, and he wanted $5 for both of them. What kind of hustle is that? And of course it's stolen or something. He only asked for $5 for a tablet and a phone, and he had them turned on and they worked, and that's it. God, what a drug! God, it's not a greedy drug, is it? But it's killing people, man. And these people are dying out here. And it's cold, man. It was 12 degrees here last night. 12 degrees here last night. And these homeless out there, man, I don't know how they're making it. You know, I drove to McDonald's last night. And there's guys at the bus stops that, you know, the buses probably don't run that late, but they're there. They got a blanket on. It's 12 degrees. This blanket ain't gonna do. I don't know how they're standing up. I really don't. I wish I could help them all, but you know, I used to think I could go do their taxes to get them some money, but you know, when I did that for all those homeless guys out there, they were broke in a week or two. They'd go through $3,000-$4,000. It's gone. 4 days, 5 days later, gone. I go, you didn't get a place, you didn't buy a car. Well, I meant to. No, all gone. That's our world, though. That's our world, man. And maybe we can try to fix it. You know, I still try to give money to these homeless guys and stuff. You know, I'll hand them cigarettes. I got these lists from Wings for Life, the place I work for, where we help the families of incarcerated. So we have these things we printed out. It's all the resources that are available in Albuquerque, where people can get free food, free housing, you know, dental, mental health, medical, everything from blankets. I think there's a place that even hands out tents and all this stuff for the homeless. So I hand them that sheet. And the buses are free in Albuquerque right now, so it doesn't cost any money to take a bus. So hopefully they go take advantage of that. Go sign up for housing. Yeah, there's a waiting list. Vouchers. They have a hotel motel voucher program. Yes, there's a waiting list. The shelters nobody wants to go to. You can get in those, but nobody wants to go, and I don't blame them. I've actually been in one myself, and they'll steal your shoes right off your feet while you're sleeping. It's bad, but this is the world we live in, and a lot of crimes going on. And it's getting worse. I just left San Francisco last year, and that crime was ridiculous. You're standing on the sidewalk talking on your phone. Somebody comes by, takes it. They're breaking in. They're busting the windows on cars so they can pull the latch to open up the trunk to see what's in it. Doesn't matter if you take everything out of the car. Now they just go straight for the latch and open up the trunk. It's so bad. You will see blocks in San Francisco where all the cars have their windows down. They have all their windows down because they can't afford that deductible. I know people 7-8 times in a year they've gotten their windows busted. You know, it costs $400, $500, $800 to fix a window, depending how many they break. Windshield and all that costs more, and insurance doesn't cover that. There's a deductible. So they say if they stole the car, you know, I get the whole car covered. So they leave the windows down, hoping to steal the car. Don't break the windows. There's nothing in the trunk. If you want, I left the windows down. Now they can open the latch and open the trunk. And you see, I mean, half the block with all the windows down on the cars. It's that bad. It's that bad in San Francisco. And it's probably coming to a town near you. It's our world, guys. And I don't want to be part of what goes, you know, the crime in that world, but I am part of that world. So if I can help somebody along the way, I do here and there. And at Wings for Life, you know, we also take in strays and try to help people. But, you know, it's one at a time. You know, we can't just grab 80 people. Wish we could. And not everybody wants help, and not everybody probably you want to give help to. That's just the way it is, man. Just the way it is. So what's going on, guys? Here we got a phone call. All right. You are on Federal Prison Talk. Who am I speaking with? Hello?
Hey, this is Midwest Flat.
This is who?
Midwest Flat.
West Lot? I recognize your voice, right? How you doing?
Midwest Flat.
How you doing tonight, man?
I'm okay. Back home.
What's going on tonight, man? How you doing? What's up?
Now you got about 4 more days. You can free me.
3 days, man. So at 12:01 midnight on Wednesday night. What is it? 8 o'clock now. So like 76 hours. 76 hours to go, man. Huh?
What you gonna do to celebrate?
I'm going to Colorado. I got my cousin up there and a bunch of second, third cousins I never met. I'm spending Christmas with them. I'm taking the Amtrak train. And I'll be going right by the prison that I did all that time at. Yeah, but I'm taking the train, so the train's not going to stop at the prison. But My cousin said if we have time, he'll drive me over there, and if I want to pull my camera out and do a little quick show in front of the prison before they run me off the road there, but we might do that. I don't know. I don't know if I need to see it. I don't know if I need to see it. It's right behind me here. So what's going on with you, man? How's life? You're on pretrial if I'm correct, right? I don't want to give you away out there, but is your life kind of hell right now?
It's all right. They got me on monitor.
Right. Okay, I got a call here.
Yeah, it was on
yeah.
It was on home confinement, but now they got me on GPS monitor.
Yeah. So that's like a prison all of its own. I was just saying to the audience here, I know 3 people that had the home confinement with the ankle bracelet. They got the credit time served for it now. That's something new the feds have done. So I think I've told you that before. That you need to ask. You need to try to get that and ask for that.
See what's going on.
Right. Well, what do you got planned for Christmas?
It's cold here, man. It's I ain't got no
Okay.
You just take it easy. Just stay blood up still, hey, I don't know the side.
Right. Okay. Anything you'd like to say to the people out here that are listening on your?
Yeah, man. Just tell them, hey, what they going through, man. Put all this patience on that, hey, everything gonna work out fine. What I learned. I don't trust now.
Right.
Put all your trust in Christ.
Well, I'm getting some feedback. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like I said, I was on home confinement for a year. Now I'm on GPS. At least you get out for a little bit. I got a curfew.
Let's hope that changes soon. We don't know. You got sentencing coming up next year, right?
Let's hope that changes. Yeah, well, for once,
I'm getting feedback here. I think it's picking up you got YouTube on right now. You're watching it, and you're on your phone. So I think it's when you call a radio show and they say you got to turn the radio off. Same thing here, because it's feedback. It's echoing. It's hard to hear you.
Yeah, man, but like I said, it is what it is. Right?
Yeah.
Ready to get on the boat, get it over with.
Well,
way to do it.
Yeah, they are giving out. It's when I was sentenced 10 years ago, they were pretty tough. Now, like I've just said earlier, people are getting lesser sentences. They're getting a few years less. Than they used to 10 years ago, and they're letting even people get more home confinement, probation instead, and things like that. That's starting to happen now. So my friend, we will work on that. Let's hope you get that same kind of spirit that's going around with the feds. They've been under a magnifying glass lately. They've been some prisons have been shut down. Wardens have actually, they retired early because they were going to get fired. There's been a lot of women getting raped in prisons. There's been bad, inhumane treatment of inmates. The medical people are dying. All this stuff starting to come at them, and the media and the press is kind of actually maybe doing their job on some of this stuff, and they're reporting it, and so. The Bureau of Prisons is actually starting to, I guess, get consequences for the way they've been treating people. A little by little, it's not enough, but it's a start, and I'm seeing it with all these lesser sentences and sending people home, and it's out there. So this is probably the best time to get sentenced, right? This year. If you're going to get sentenced, this is your timing. Your timing's good. Not that I don't want people to go out there and hurry up and do a crime because it's a good time to get sentenced. That's not my message.
It work like that, but there's making changes. As I'm sitting here waiting on my sentencing date.
Right.
Like I said, just keep praying for the best, man. But hey, this little journey I'm going through.
Yeah.
It really made me change my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just ready to get it over with. That's all.
Yeah, I know the feeling. 4 years for me on that pretrial. I couldn't wait to get sentenced. They kept putting it off and putting it off. At first I was happy because I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't prepared. But the 4 years, just take me. Do something because I can't keep living this way.
It sucks that it sucks when you just sitting and the time don't even count.
Yeah. Pretrial was the hardest part. I've been 12 years. I got in. House was raided in 2011. So 12 years of this, right? I only did 27 months at the prison, but did the 4 years the pretrial. 12 years of this, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. Pretrial was the hardest part of it all. That was the hardest part of it all. The rest was just downhill.
We need to do that narrative letter too.
Yeah. I didn't want to, blow your cover on here. I know you got to keep things up. Yeah, I'll call you. I'll call you tonight or tomorrow morning. I didn't know if you want to do that before Christmas or after, but I can give you I can start it for you before Christmas if you want.
So. No, we'll do it. We can do it after, man. It's cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, it's good seeing you back home.
Well, like I said, I had this girlfriend that I was dating. She just passed away. I had the COVID. I don't know. And I got a little. If you don't do these videos every day or weekly or 3 times a week, you almost get a little scared to do it. I kept saying, "Well, I'll do it today. I'll do it today." And if you keep saying, "I'll put it off tomorrow," next thing you know, a year's gone by and you haven't done it. Right? I don't want that to happen. But and it happens to some of these guys. There's the guy, the After Prison Show. He just came back. He's got 1.2 million subscribers, I think, and it's called the After Prison Show. And his name's Joe. I just saw he has a video out today, and I watched 5 or 10 minutes of it. He stopped doing the videos, and he said, I was gonna do one, and then he just let it go, and it's not easy to come back. So I've been off the grid for a couple weeks. So yeah, you got to make it back if you're going to keep doing this kind of thing. It's,
Yeah, you guys want to keep your audience up.
Yeah. So my life kind of gets in the way. But every Friday I do a show at Wings for Life, and it's on YouTube. It's on their channel. Sometimes I run it on this channel. I haven't missed any of those. I still do that on Friday. So. Except, I guess Christmas, taking that off. Anyways, my friend, I wish you sounded in better spirits because, it's Christmas time and it just doesn't feel like it. I don't know if it's me, it's the town. I don't see decorations. I don't know in your town, but I don't really see, they didn't go all out and put up, every Christmas. It used to be, there's, just Christmas decorations everywhere on the streets, on the light post. It's nothing out here. I don't even think I have not seen one Christmas tree lot. I have not seen one Christmas tree lot here in Albuquerque. I know it's the desert. Maybe they don't have. They gotta have Christmas trees. I guess they're selling them at Walmart, the artificial ones. But I have not seen one Christmas tree lot. Have you seen any Christmas tree lots in your town?
Yeah, well, I got one. Yeah, I got one up in my house.
Okay. So is your town got Christmas going on where you're at? Do you see Christmas out there?
I can't even tell you.
I know you don't get out much, but when you do.
Right.
Yeah. Let me read some of these comments. I want to catch up. I got a bunch of people to read some comments here. Let me catch up real quick because you guys are important, man. And I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I just have somebody on the phone here. But Tim, what's that? Tim says, "What's up, Sean? Just released from the BOP 12/7. Your videos were very informative. Before I went in, well, thank you, Tim, and I'm glad you're out, Tim. And my numbers on the screen here too. Tim, give me a call and let's talk about what happened. I don't know how long you're on probation. You're probably in a halfway house right now, but whatever I can do to help you with the journey here too, you let me know." So let's see what else we got. Wesley's been in the room, and Wesley sent me a few things on Facebook. Thank you, Wesley. And Zephiel with some symbols, and he says mandated insurance is a legal scam. Okay, it's legal though. It's a scam and it's legal. There are a lot of things that are legal still that probably shouldn't be, and then vice versa. Damn, was that a huge beer? A huge beer. Oh, this is not beer. What I had, this is mango. The 99-cent mango stuff. This is not beer, guys. This is mango juice. Is that what he saw? Did he just hang up? I guess he hung up. Let me get to Zephiel. January 6th, folks, it's never a good day. January 6th. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. And the Sixth Amendment of the Constitution is really ignored. I don't know what that is. I could Google it real quick, but maybe you could tell us. The Sixth Amendment. And who can't afford Christmas? Yeah. Well, the politicians can, I guess. Kent says, I hope Ian Freeman gets found guilty. Good. I don't know who Ian Freeman is. So I haven't caught the news in like all week, so I have to look into that. I should know, huh? There's somebody who just got out of prison that I wish should have stayed there. And I can't remember her name, but I'm going to tell you who, that from Russia, the basketball player girl with the hash oil, and they, went, she shouldn't have got out, man. She knew better than I don't want to get into this, but yeah, and her attitude, and they made a deal and got her out and traded her, and she got, that's their country, that's their rules. They're strict on drugs. She knew. She goes back and forth there all the time, and she's making money playing on the basketball team there. You want to bring that shit in. Don't tell me, I didn't know, I forgot to put it in there. You're going to Russia. You know what? Anyways, I don't think she should have got out, but that's just me. Maybe I don't like her, but anyways, I mean, see, I don't know, but now I'm going to get hate mail now. I know that. Would like to hear the opinion of the Sam Bankman-Fried. Okay, I don't know what that is either, so I don't have an opinion. Sixth Amendment is in part right to speedy trial. Well, see, when you sign a plea deal, we waive that right. They get you to waive that right pretty much during your first what do they call it, arraignment. They try to get you to waive the speedy trial. So you do have the right for the speedy trial, and if you insist and take it, guess what? It's never speedy anyways. Because they got to get the jury, they got to plan a date, they got the lawyers, the prosecutor, the DA, everybody's got to have that day off, that day free, and they never do, and it's still on their time, and so you never get a speedy trial. You just never do. I guess when you get arrested, you could plead guilty and say I want it all done today, and I don't think they do that though, because the trial. You can plead guilty the same day, but you can't. Yeah, they just don't give you a speedy trial, even the right. So you're right. That's hasn't been. It's been ignored. It's been broken. Kent says, do they have ice machines in prison? Yeah, they do. I'm not sure about the penitentiaries, but I know the camps, the Lowe's, and the FCIs have ice machines. Probably the penitentiary does. I'm not. I don't know that one. I think they do, but they only had we had about 400 inmates, and we had 2 housing unit buildings. Each one held about 200 people. That each one had 1 ice machine. Then there was an ice machine in the gym. So for 400 inmates, there's 3 ice machines, and people come with bags and everything else to try to fill it up. And it took 18 minutes to cycle to the next drop of ice, and it would, 3 people in line with big bags. That's it. Or maybe if some people just want their cups filled and stuff, maybe 8 or 10 people at best. And then you got to wait. So there's always a line for that ice machine. And there's these guys who come with garbage bags and they just fill the whole thing up. And they're using it for, making refrigerators out of their lockers with the ice and selling sodas. And just, that ice is a very wanted commodity out there. So you got to wait in line for ice. I've had to wait an hour for my, 4 people, 6 people every 18 minutes. I've had to wait an hour for the ice before, or you can leave your cup there and come back and ask somebody to watch it. But they do have ice. Yeah. In the kitchens where everybody works, there's big ice machines in there. So a lot of those guys will bring some out or give you some. Yes, they have ice. Zephiel says, having to waive rights is basically saying you never had them. True. Prosecutors should be prepared for jury trial day. Yeah, when you get indicted, like I said, I got told after the fact they had a trial, they had an indictment, they had a grand jury. I didn't get to pick. I didn't get to choose the jury. I didn't get to, they're not a jury of my peers. I didn't get to face my accusers. I didn't even get to, challenge the rulings or anything. They had it all without me, and they said, "Yes, we found you. We indicted you on wire fraud, and you're guilty of it. But we're going to give you a chance to prove you're innocent. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. So if that's the case, why this pretrial? Why do you have a pretrial officer? It's like a probation officer, all these rules, and some of them are really tough depending on your case. Mine, I couldn't leave the city. There's no drinking, no drugs, all that stuff. Certain jobs you can't have, bank accounts you can't have. You got to report all your money. I got, drug tests every week at least. So if you got a job, you got to randomly go and go test. You got to tell your boss, I got to go, it's 3:00 on a Tuesday and I got to go. And next Thursday at 10 in the morning, you got to go. And every week you're leaving the job, and it's kind of tough. And, if you're innocent until proven guilty, you shouldn't have to do any of that. And there shouldn't be. And these indictments, we should be able to go to our own indictments. We should be able to, face our accusers. We should be able to, fight for our innocence at this grand jury. Why aren't we not invited? Why do they get to do this in private? And who are these people on the grand jury? It's all bullshit, man. Jeffio, I was on your jury. If I was on your jury, you would have walked. Thank you. Thank you very much. That would have been nice. But I knew not to take it to trial. They were talking 20 years if I took it to trial. That's usually what people get. So you take the deal. The feds give you one deal, guys. The states will give you 2 or 3, sometimes 4 deals. Each one's a better deal. The feds give you one, man. They give you one offer. Take it, man. Because you're going to lose. It's 97% chance they're going to win. Those odds are not in your favor. Although people win, but like I said, they'll come back a couple of years later with some more charges on something. Then they're not going to just let you win and live your life all happy and free. No, you're on the radar list. They're gonna come back. They're gonna get you for other charges. They are. That's what they do. You're on their list. You're on the radar. You pissed them off. You want a case in federal court. You can't let you get away with that. So they'll be back. Let's see. IRS doesn't have many fans. Not really. Probably just people that work for them. Yeah. Well, let's see here. I think I got all the questions. Well, I'm probably going to keep it short, guys, unless somebody wants to call in or something. I just needed to break the ice and get out here, but I'll do that. Video's coming up. I got some interviews coming up this week and stuff. Get on the roll. And I'm going Friday to Colorado on the Amtrak train, and I might just, have my tablet there, and I can do something live on the tablet and show you the train. It's a 6-hour train ride. So I will be bored. I'll do a show. How? I might do 4-hour live or something on that train. Because they got Wi-Fi on the Amtrak. So I'll have my laptop too, but I'll have a tablet, and that works. And so I think I might just do the show Friday. On Friday from that Amtrak. Is that Christmas Eve? No. The next Saturday's Christmas Eve. But, Anyways, guys, I want everybody to have a Merry Christmas, whether you're going to prison, not going to prison. No, somebody just watching the show because hey, I'll see what this is all about. You gotta have a Merry Christmas. I haven't heard people say Merry Christmas lately. I'm saying Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that, Marmalade, all that. Okay, whoever your God is, may your God bless you. And I think I'll call it a night, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.